Isaac, how's it going? Today was your day off, right? Let me know how your day off went. Y'all, we're going to have a really fun show. We're going to do the bold, I think it's bold and beautiful today. So we're going to do some big pieces. Everything we have here is big, striking, very eye-catching pieces. So we're going to have some fun. It's also Thanksgiving week. So I feel like with my family coming tomorrow, I am already in like holiday mode. So I'm like, ooh, my family is going to be here. We're going to get to do all the food. And so I'm already in holiday mode. And so hopefully y'all are in holiday mode too. And since we're in holiday mode, we have some gifts for you guys. These are like the magical Willy Wonka tickets, okay? So there's actually 3 levels. So we have the bronze, the silver, and the gold. It's like the Olympics meets Willy Wonka, right? So with these tickets, depending on how much you spend, you're actually going to get a gift card that then you can utilize towards your next purchase through the entire month of December. So sometimes with these, the coupons don't last you very long, right? Like they'll be there for, they'll be good for a couple of weeks or so. These are good through the entire month, through December 31st. So you can actually use these for your holiday shopping. So this is a really great deal, you guys. I'll walk you through right quick. If you spend, it's up to 50, right? I keep getting myself confused. Yes, I think it's 0 to 50 or the 50 to 99. You will get these coupons. And I want to say if you spend $500 or more, you're going to get a $150 coupon to use towards your next purchase. Okay. So that is a huge savings right there. And then if you spend, I want to say between $100 and that, you're getting the $35 off, and then you've got the $25 off. So when you're shopping with us today, a lot of these pieces are certified and appraised, which means if you purchase one of these pieces on my show today, you could very likely end up getting in the mail a $150 coupon. So keep that in mind. The more you spend, the more you will save on your holiday shopping with our coupons, our golden tickets, right? Very luxurious, very glamorous golden tickets. Isaac said, I always associate leopard print with the nanny. I can see that. Once you said it, I was like, that's why. Yes. She did rock a lot of leopard print. I saw actually a little meme the other day, and it was like, I want to be wearing this. And it was like all these different outfits that she wore on that show. And I was like, yep, I want to be wearing that too. Such a cute style. Fun, girly style. Isaac said 9 p.m. here, making coffee with Red Bull. Isaac, you making fun of me? What are you doing? What are you up to over there? It's 9 p.m. in Cleveland. I thought we were in the same time zone as Ohio. I didn't know that y'all were on Eastern time. Or is that, yeah, I didn't know that, Isaac. How did I have that wrong? I had no idea that Ohio was on different time zone than us. I thought it was like in the same. I guess I don't know. I guess I'm thinking of like Chicago or Illinois. I don't know. Anyways, welcome in. We've got Miss Pat joining us. We have John joining us. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. I have, let's say I was here, 12 hours ago, doing the overnight with Sean. And now back getting to do a fun little live stream with you guys for Monday evening. So we're going to have fun kicking off Thanksgiving week. What a blessing, right? To be able to spend Thanksgiving week with the people that you love. I hope no matter where you're at, you are able to see your loved ones this week and enjoy some good time with the people in your life. So, all right. And like I said, it is going to be a big, bold show. We've got some gorgeous pieces. We have Sleeping Beauty turquoise. I already see that we have grandidierite. I see that we have opal. I see, I don't want to let you on everything. Morganite, some of our absolute favorite gemstones, okay? All right. So let's tell you a little bit about the live stream, because I do notice we've got some regulars in here. We've got Isaac, we've got Miss Pat, but we might have people passing through who've never viewed our live streams before. And y'all might be going, what is this live stream all about, right? Like, how do I shop? What's going on here? What is Shop LC, right? What is that even about? So Shop LC, we are actually a home shopping channel. So good old fashioned home shopping channel. We broadcast on cable television nationwide as well as in Canada. And that is on a traditional television platform. So you can see us on cable, Roku, even YouTube. However, over the past few years, we've branched into the world of live streaming. So with our live streams, we are on multiple social media platforms. We're also on our website, and we're doing these live streams up to about 4 or 5 times a day. Not every day, right, DJ?
Every day, no.
Okay.
5 times Monday through Thursday, 3 times Friday through Saturday.
Okay.
Friday through Sunday.
Wow. I didn't even realize we'd gone that big. Okay, 5 times Monday through Thursday, 3 times Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we are doing a lot of live streams. And you'll see we have a team of live stream hosts that are amazing. And then some of us other hosts that are we'll do both. We'll kind of pop in and do 1 or 2 shows a week here in the live stream. So it's just a fun place to be. It's a very casual, relaxed atmosphere. We do love to chit chat. We love to banter. I love to banter. It makes the show fun. It makes the time go by. And, we get very used to having a co-host on our television platform. So I always say when I'm in the live stream, you at home, y'all are my co-hosts. So ask me questions, comment if you like something. It makes the show so much more fun when we have interaction with you. Okay, so keep that in mind because I truly do like to have fun with you guys. So that is a little bit about the live stream, who we are. We have been in the world of home shopping for 17 years on cable television, and we actually have broadcasting stations in Germany as well as the UK. And how we became a home shopping channel is we were actually manufacturing jewelry for over 30 years. We've been manufacturing jewelry and decided, why are we manufacturing jewelry that we sell to this home shopping network and that home shopping network and this retailer and that retailer? Why don't we start manufacturing our jewelry and then selling it straight to the consumer? And so that's what we did. We cut out the middleman. We are manufacturer to you. So you are going to get the absolute best pricing when you're shopping with us here at Shop LC. So you'll notice the pricing. You might be going, wait, something doesn't seem right here. This pricing is too good to be true. It's not. It is not too good to be true. This is just our business model here at Shop LC is we bring you these items for as low as we possibly can because majority of the time we're actually manufacturing this product. You might notice I'm talking a little bit funny at times. I'm still dealing with a bit of pain here on this right side. It's like just lingering. It is not healing. It's a struggle. So if I get a little lispy at some point, it's because I'm trying to move my tongue to the other side of my mouth. And so I've noticed I've started doing that at times. I'm like, no. So if you'll notice that, that's why. But anyways, my name is Lauren. I'm one of your hosts here at Shop LC. Excited to be with you guys. I'm going to tell you real quick how you can shop the live stream. So like I said, right, it's a chit chat space. Get social, utilize the comment section, and that's also how you shop. So on most platforms, you're going to see right here above my head, it says shop 1, right? So if you like item 1, you're going to use the comment function to type in shop 1, enter. Well, what that's going to do, so don't worry, we're not going to somehow charge you through the airwaves. We're not going to somehow utilize a card if you have it on your social media platform. Nothing like that, okay? We are simply going to send you a link to the product. And then once you get that link, it'll take you to our website where you can check out. And on everything today, you're actually going to get free shipping because on all orders $49.99 or more, you will get complimentary shipping as well. So there are just so many bonuses to shopping the live stream. And so you're going to get complimentary shipping on $49.99 or more, and you also get an exclusive coupon code. So it's kind of a double whammy because remember, today you are going to be eligible to get either the bronze, silver, or gold coupon with your purchase, and also you are going to get 25% off with the coupon code LIVE. That's LIVE25. So take advantage of that. Use your coupon code, get your free shipping, and then get your coupon as well. So the more you spend, the more you're going to save on your holiday shopping with your Shop LC coupons. All right. So that's how you shop. Now, there are a few things that I also like to cover. One is budget pay. So when I say budget pay, these are simply portioned out payments. This does not mean you are opening a Shop LC line of credit. It does not mean we're going to do a credit check or, anything like that. We're also not tossing out to a third party, which I think is a really important thing to mention. I do online shopping, you guys. And oftentimes when you get to the end, you're about to check out and you're like, whatever. And it's like, ooh, would you be interested in paying as little as this much a month? And you're like, oh, maybe I would. And you click on it and it takes you to a whole different website. And then it wants your information because it's going to run a credit check. That is not what budget pay is. Budget pay, These are literally simply portioned out payments. Like there's no convenience fee. There's no interest. It's all done in-house, okay? All done right here in-house. So let's say an item was $100. You would pay $20 today if there were 5 budget payments, and then 20, 20, 20, 20. No interest, nothing. It's like literally use budget pay on everything that you can. If you can use it, because I'm telling you, it is going to be the easiest way to shop. It is going to be it's just going to help you out with feeling less buyer's remorse. And y'all, I am the worst about that. I'll be up in like, TJ Maxx or something, and I'm walking through and I'm like, oh yes, I like this top and this top and this top and this top, and ooh, look at these pants, and this is on sale and that's on sale, and I have like a cart full of stuff. I get home and I'm like, oh my goodness. I just went crazy. Like I just lost my mind. It's almost bad when I don't go shopping for a while, because then when I do, it's like I have all of this shopping energy that I've saved up, and suddenly I'm like a maniac inside TJ Maxx. I'm saying that because I haven't been to a TJ Maxx in like probably a month and a half. So like, but anyways, then you get home and you're like, oh shoot, I probably shouldn't have spent that. And then I'll end up there like in a couple days, and I'll just choose a few things that I'm going to return. But budget pay, it allows you to portion that out. So you're not like, ooh, can I make this work? It allows you to really kind of just extend that out over time. Isaac said, I know Lauren and Bonnie's schedule better than I know my own. Why do you know Bonnie's schedule better than you know your own, Isaac? So you can avoid her. I don't know if I mentioned that I would be on this live stream. I'm not sure. I might have mentioned it. You know what? I mentioned it when I was on air with Sean last night. Actually, no, I didn't. I forgot. I think I forgot. But anyways, we talked about coupon code. We talked about shipping. We talked about how you shop. So we talked about the coupons. Final thing to mention is your purchase feeds. I know that as we're in this holiday season, no matter what holiday you're celebrating this holiday season, there is a part of us that kind of has this yearning to give back, right? We start counting our blessings with Thanksgiving just a few days away, right? It's a time where you really do start counting your blessings and realizing how lucky you are for the people in your life, for the job you have, the food you have on your table, for things as simple, honestly, when I, kind of pray and have my mornings with God, when I think about like what I'm grateful for, sometimes I'm just sitting on my couch praying. I'm like, I'm grateful for this cup of coffee, right? That I get to sit here and have a cup of coffee. I'm grateful that, for my little apartment, that I can look out a window and see a tree. Like, just start thinking about the little things you're grateful for. And when you start kind of getting into that mode of gratitude, it really allows you to just want to give back, right? And so I love sharing your purchase feeds with you guys, because when you shop with us, for every single item that you purchase, you're actually donating a meal to a child in need. Okay, you're going to be donating a meal to a child in need. And so it's really something special. It's close to my heart. I know it's close to many of our hosts' heart here at Shop LC. We don't ask you to round up. We don't ask you to donate $1. Literally, all you do is shop, which you're going to do anyway, right? So shop here at Shop LC. Get your holiday shopping done with us. And you're doing 2 things at once. We're delivering joy to you through our pricing, through our products, and then you're actually delivering joy. That's our motto here at Shop LC, is delivering joy. You're actually delivering joy to a child through a meal. And I think meals can provide so much security and comfort, right, to us. Many of us, if we get stressed out, it's like, ooh, let me get something yummy to eat, right? I know I can be guilty of that. All right, let's kick off this show with one of my absolute favorite gemstones, actually one of my top 2 favorite gemstones, Sleeping Beauty Turquoise. So exciting. We actually have 2 corresponding pieces. So we have a ring, and then we'll have the matching pendant coming up after that. This is going to be a massive Sleeping Beauty Turquoise. You've got a cushion cut on your Sleeping Beauty Turquoise, and that is a 4 carat 53. 4.53 carats on your Sleeping Beauty Turquoise. So over 4.5 carats. It's a 12 by 10 millimeter cushion cut stone. Then you have the addition of not only diamonds, gorgeous white diamonds. These are natural earth-grown diamonds, but you also have Pod Parasha sapphire. Now, y'all, Pod Parasha, one of the most sought after color variations of a sapphire. It's this warm kind of orangey tone there in your sapphire. And you can see this here on the hand. It is so striking, right? Just the size and overall presence of that Sleeping Beauty turquoise is incredible. But then the way they've worked in those accent stones is gorgeous. So you'll see right there next to your Sleeping Beauty turquoise, you see this here behind me, you have a traditional halo done in white diamonds. Then we go to the outer halo. The outer halo is more of a sunburst style. And on the outer halo, you're going to be alternating between your Podparacha sapphire. Those are going to be petite rounds. Those are actually 1.4 millimeter rounds. And then baguette cut diamonds. So for every 2 Podparacha sapphire, you'll then have a baguette cut diamond alternating all the way around your ring. Isn't that gorgeous? Those colors together, right? The Sleeping Beauty turquoise with the Podparacha. It's a different color combination. And a ring like this would have been beautiful even with just the diamonds, right? Like Sleeping Beauty turquoise, you don't even need diamonds. It's such a beautiful gemstone. Actually, Sean and I had this just little tiny round Sleeping Beauty turquoise ring last night done in sterling silver. Very basic, very simplified. But the stone, right? When we're talking about Sleeping Beauty turquoise, it is all about the stone. And so when you have a stone this stunning, you don't need all of the extras, but it's like going to get ice cream, right? You don't need stuff. It's delicious on its own, but you know, maybe some hot fudge, maybe some whipped cream, maybe cherry, like it just makes it better, right? It definitely doesn't make it worse. So think about it like that. The Sleeping Beauty turquoise would be amazing on its own. That's the ice cream in that sundae. But when you add these little bonuses, it's just kind of that cherry on top. It's the whipped cream on top, just making it extra special. Now, this is part of our Luxoro collection. So our Luxoro collection is comprised of any of our items done in either 10 or 14 karat gold. So this ring in particular will be done in 10 karat yellow gold. And I actually notice here, I was trying to see if right around the diamonds if we actually had white gold, but I think it is yellow gold. I think these diamonds are just so white and vivid. The quality of these diamonds is so amazing that you really can barely even notice the yellow gold in the setting of those diamonds. So with this ring, you're going to get 4 grams of 10 karat yellow gold. So you're also getting some decent gram weight there on your gold, which we know gold has been on just this crazy upward trajectory there. So really amazing to be able to have that. And then you're going to get your Luxoro card with your piece. So I think these are like the neatest. It's almost like little trading cards, right, for your jewelry. But these are so great because so many of you at home are collectors, right? You have items upon items, jewelry pieces upon jewelry pieces here from us at Shop LC. And so I imagine over time it might get a little overwhelming, almost like, okay, wait, what's the carat weight of that Sleeping Beauty turquoise? Or what are those accent stones? Are they lab? Are they natural diamonds? So these cards really do come in handy as you're building your collection because it includes every detail of your piece. And I also love this, even if you're getting something that isn't part of the Luxoro collection or Rhapsody and doesn't have a card, I encourage you guys, start creating little index cards. Get an index card when you get your purchase. Either write out, go on the website, write out, the details of your piece. Like, okay, 10 karat yellow gold, 4.53 karat Sleeping Beauty, Podparacha, diamonds. Write it out and keep that in your jewelry box. Maybe even print a little photo of your ring and place it on the index card so that you always know what you have in your collection, because you don't want to rely on, 10 years from now having to take this to a jeweler and them telling you carat weights and things, right? Unless you have a jeweler that you really, really trust, I feel like I would be a little weary to do that. So I just think it's a great way to keep track of the jewelry that you have. You could even put it in a little photo album. So starting price on this, let me grab our handy dandy calculator. Starting price on this is going to be $1,400, you guys, which is an incredible price considering all that you get in this piece, right? You're getting gold. You're getting a massive, over 4.5 karat Sleeping Beauty turquoise. We apply that coupon code, it brings you down to $1,050. And then 5 budget payments, you can get this home for $210. $210 on budget pay. Now measuring that out, top to bottom, you're at what point? Between 1/4 and 1/2 inch, so like 0.6 of an inch or so. I think that's how you say that. Let's see. Isaac, what are you saying here, friend? Oh, you saw it on Shop LC's site. Yes, you know what? Actually, Miss Pat saw it on Shop LC's site too. She messaged me last night. She said, it says on the website you're on the live stream from 8 to 10 p.m. And I was like, yep, I'll be back 8 to 10 p.m. I'll be there. Amazing size range on these. We're starting at size 5. We do have half sizes available as well. So you'll be able to get this ring to fit your specific hand. It looks like we're going all the way up to size 12. So 5 through 12 with those half sizes. So, 9.5, 10.5, whatever you need, we're going to be able to have this to perfectly fit your distinct finger. So I love to see that. And again, it is going to come with the Luxor card. So that Sleeping Beauty turquoise ring will be shop 1. Now we are going to get into the corresponding pendant. Isaac said she's going on vacation next week, so I'm requesting a 60-hour work week. Do it, Isaac. Do it. Do it while Bonbon's gone so that you can have some peace at work, right? Just kind of avoid and get some hours in, especially because it's the beginning of the holidays. So it's like, get those hours in next week, and then you can be a little less stressed the rest of December. I know that's kind of my mindset. I want to pack my schedule up with as many things as I can. But for the month of December, I'm going to kind of slow down a little bit because I want to be able to go to Dallas more often, spend as much time with my family as possible, kind of pack in as many holiday events as I can. So I'm definitely going to be taking a little step back in the month of December. I'll have starting next week, starting December, I have renegotiated my contract. So I'll have 3 television shifts every week starting in December. And then I'll probably do 1 live stream a week. So going to kind of minimize and pull things back just a little bit for the month of December because I'm just making that decision. And I've got some other things going on that I need to kind of, be focusing my energy into different areas. So that'll give me like a 4-day work week between like 1 live stream and then my 3 on-air shifts every week. Isaac said I wasn't too optimistic. It's funny because when Miss Pat messaged me actually, I stayed late last night. It was early this morning after the overnight. She was like completely convinced it was a mistake. I feel like she was like, it says this. It was like she didn't trust it. So I'm here, y'all. Why are y'all not optimistic? Whoa, Isaac, I made $55 in tips on Saturday. Yes. Isaac, I feel like that's one of the highest tip days you've had since I've known you, or at least that you've told me about. That's awesome. Congratulations. Okay. I'm telling you, it's the season of giving. People want to give back. They really do. And DJ, I forgot. At HEB for pickup, you can tip, right? But you have to be really discreet because can y'all get in trouble?
Yes, you can get in trouble for it. So I remember one time when I was a cashier, this dude tried to give me a tip. I didn't realize he was giving me a tip. And then a manager immediately came behind me, snatched it from my hand and gave it back to him.
Okay.
So you kind of need to be a little discreet about it.
Got it. Because I've been doing pickup, and I've been wanting to tip, but then I feel like, wait, I need to ask DJ because I can't remember if I'm allowed, and I don't want to get someone in trouble. But obviously, bringing the groceries to my car. So
yeah, I remember during COVID, this one lady she would always tip some of us $20 and put it in a Ziploc bag.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just kind of discreetly hand it over.
You can just you gotta be careful, not for the managers not to see.
Yeah, or park a little farther away, maybe.
Yeah.
From where y'all come out. So there you go. Guys, if y'all are doing your grocery pickup at HEB or I'm sure I think Walmart does it too. You can tip, and you should if they're bringing your groceries out, just very discreetly. Okay. So we are in our Sleeping Beauty turquoise pendant. I'm going to tell y'all price point. I think we're starting right at the same price point, $1,400. Isaac said my high is 86 2 years ago before Christmas. Ooh, okay, that's a good day. Isaac said I'm not a cashier. I load the items for people. Okay, you load the items. Got it. I don't think I knew that. Isaac, I've never seen you at 8 p.m. before. I know, it's a first. That's what I was saying in the beginning. I'm I have never done the 8 p.m. live stream, so this is totally different. It's DJ, it felt really weird walking in here at 7:15 when I got here. I was like, this just feels weird coming to work so late. Not that I haven't. I come in for the overnights, but this is just a random time. It's not like as late as the overnight, but it's also not like a typical time to come into the shop. I'll see and everyone else is like leaving or gone. Anyways, so looking here, the Sunset Empress pendant. I love that we called it that, the Sunset Empress, because the Paparasha is kind of like the rays of the sun surrounding your Sleeping Beauty turquoise. And then it's like the Sleeping Beauty turquoise is like a beautiful, it's like the sky on the most perfect day, right? Just a perfect cloudless blue sky. You look up and you're like, wow, this is the perfect day. That's that Sleeping Beauty turquoise color that we love so much. Now with this one, you are going to get your 20-inch chain included. Okay, so 20-inch chain is completely included. So you're going to get the entire look ready to wear, starting at $1,400. Of course, I'm going to take the coupon code off that in a moment, but I want to walk you through the carat weights again in case you weren't with us for the ring. So that is a 12 by 10 millimeter on your Sleeping Beauty turquoise, bringing you to 4.58 carats. So over 4.5 carats again on your Sleeping Beauty turquoise. You then have the 1.4 millimeter round pod precious sapphire, and that is going to get you at 0.43 points of pod precious sapphire and 0.22 carats on your diamond. So these are Earth Mine diamonds, you guys. These are natural Earth Mine diamonds, and they're graded. Okay, these are I2GH diamonds. So these are top quality diamonds, and they are Earth Mined. So that is a huge bonus as well. All right, so let's do our math here. We are looking at that $1,400 start price. After your coupon code, again, $1,050. So if you wanted to do both, you would be looking at $2,100 for the pendant and the ring. They are a perfect match. Perfect match on carat weight. Look at that. Ooh, I love that color. That's what's so great about Sleeping Beauty turquoise, you guys, is I'm literally wearing leopard print, and I have the Sleeping Beauty turquoise on top of that kind of busy pattern, and it still stands out so beautifully, right? It stands out. There's something so magical about that color. It is just like so vibrant. It's impossible to miss Sleeping Beauty turquoise, right? So price point on that is going to be your $1,050. And then with 5 budget payments, you're looking at $210 to get these home. Now there is a bundle and save option. I would always recommend to you guys, try to stack your discounts. Ask for forgiveness, not for permission, right? Sometimes there's a little loophole in the system. It's been a little while, but Elias and I a couple of times had figured out that you could actually sometimes stack. You could add the bundle and save, and then you could apply the coupon code on top and actually get better savings. So if you were to do that, if it were to work, you'd be looking at about $1,890. $1,890 to get home both. So I say give it a try. If you're wanting to get both, give it a whirl, because you never know. It could happen. Ms. Pat, you said 2 carats. No, the Sleeping Beauty turquoise is actually 4.5. 4.5 on the Sleeping Beauty turquoise. On either the pendant or the ring, we'll be looking at 4.5 carats of Sleeping Beauty turquoise. And then the additional carat weight is coming from both the pod precious sapphire as well as the diamonds. And now this one is going to be the same setting. So around your Sleeping Beauty turquoise, you'll first have a traditional halo of gorgeous white diamonds. And then you'll have that sunburst style halo on the outer edge. And on that, you're alternating between 2 round pod parasha and then 1 baguette cut white diamond. So those are alternating on that outer edge. It really gives this pendant a lot of character, right? It differentiates it from a traditional sunburst style halo that would be all white diamonds or even all pod parasha, right? Alternating gives you this really nice kind of color effect where we're going back and forth around that pendant. In gold, yes, this one is also in gold. So both of these, the ring and the necklace, will be done in 10 karat yellow gold. So that means you will get your Luxoro card included. And this one will come with the chain as well. So gold chain and pendant, 20 inches on the neckline. This pendant or this chain here is going to have a spring ring closure on the back. And I will slip that right off the neckline. Alrighty, my friends, the pendant will be shop 2. The corresponding ring will be shop 1. So if you are loving these Sleeping Beauty turquoise pieces, go ahead and comment either shop 1 or shop 2. And from either of those pages, you can actually scroll down to the bundle and save option and see if you're able to bundle and save. And Isaac said, did you get anything for Hunter? It was his birthday. So Hunter had his birthday dinner on what day was it? Last Thursday? Yeah, last Thursday. And y'all will remember last Wednesday is when I went into the dentist and they did the sawing. It's still painful, you guys. I'm like, I just feel like this is a never-ending recovery process, and it doesn't help that I work and I talk. And so I'm just like putting my mouth in this cycle of pain. But that was the day before. So Thursday, I was really struggling. Actually, I did the afternoon live stream, and I was like not feeling great during some of that live stream. I was like, oh my gosh, I think I'm going to pass out. So I went directly home, and I was asleep by like 6 p.m. I left the 4 o'clock. Horrible traffic getting home, but I got home. I made a quick little bowl of soup. I got in bed, and I was fast asleep by 6, and I slept until midnight when I needed to come here and get ready for the overnight. So I slept through. So I missed Hunter's birthday dinner, but I did see him because when I was coming on at 2, he was going off at 2. So I had a birthday card for him, and inside his birthday card, I gave him a little like coupon, a little index card for lunch or dinner at Chili's. So that's his birthday gift for me, which when they get but they get their old queso back, we already had planned to go to Chili's anyway. So that will be his little birthday treat. All right, now let's get into fire garnet. Y'all, we really don't talk about fire garnet very much. I'm seeing some pretty interesting exotic gemstones lately, which gets me really excited because I know we do have so many collectors out there who are so many collectors out there. I was reading Miss Pat's comment. Right after your dentist appointment, you need to rest your mouth or your mouth isn't going to get well. I know. The rest of this week after tomorrow will be more of a time of rest to let everything recover in here. Okay, you guys. So Imperial Fire Garnet. Now, if you're like me, before coming to Shop LC, I pretty much considered garnet to be the maroon wine color, right? That's what I thought of when I thought of garnet. Definitely didn't realize that there is orange garnet, there is green garnet. I mean, you have so many color variations with garnets, and I had no idea. I just consider garnets to be that maroon wine color, and partially because I do own a piece of garnet jewelry. I have a bangle with garnets on the end caps of that bangle, and they're maroon. That's the gemstone that I chose because I went to Texas A&M. I was getting this for myself as a graduation gift, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to get maroon. So to me, garnet has always been maroon. And I remember doing my first garnet show, and I came in here and I was like, wait, I thought this was a garnet show. And there's green and there's orange. And I'm like, oh my goodness, there are so many color variations of a garnet. And I had no clue, no idea. So this is going to be our first certified and appraised piece of the show. So this will be a AAA Imperial Fire Garnet. So you are going to get that fiery orange tone to it. Now you'll see in the picture, it looks very orange and very bright. With your fire garnet, it's actually going to be a bit deeper of an orange. So a very warm orange color, almost like a little bit of amber running through there. So very warm, very inviting in color. And this will be surrounded by gorgeous earth mined diamonds. All done in 10 karat yellow gold. So yes, you will get your Luxoro card, your little collector's card to go with your piece. Now let's talk about our carat weights and our details here. So that oval, that Imperial Fire Garnet is going to be a AAA. It is a 10 by 8 millimeter oval coming in at 3.39 carats. So nearly 3.5 carats on your fire garnet. I keep wanting to say fire opal. It's also known as a hestonite garnet, right? So it's that warm, fiery, it's like the kind of flickering of a campfire that you see here in that opal. And then you've got 36 points of diamonds, both in the halo as well as moving down the sides of your band. So you'll notice here, I really love the design. We've done traditional halo, right, in your diamond rounds, moving around your hestonite garnet. But then it's almost like these spades, right, or these little like triangles pointing outward down the sides of the band. It does. To me, it's really reminded me of like the look of a spade, like of playing cards. So with those diamonds, you have 46 round diamonds in total, 46. So there's quite a few diamonds here on your piece, coming in at 36 points. And it's just stunning. And it's like if you are a collector and you do not own a hessonite garnet, this is an opportunity to get something so different into your collection. Like I said, when we look at this Imperial Fire Garnet, it's something that I didn't even know existed before coming to Shop LC. That's how rare and exciting this gemstone is. So here's another up close peek. And look at how warm it is. There's just an incredible depth of color there to that ring. Now I'm going to get to your final price before I get to the estimated replacement value, because this is that moment where everyone goes, oh, what? How are y'all doing that? How is that possible? It is also a 5-star rated item, you guys. So 5 stars across the board. That is really impressive when you have maintained a 5-star rating on a piece. So your start price is $1,400, which means we will be bringing you down to $1,050. Okay, $1,050. It's $210 on budget pay. Prepare yourselves, because this is the big gasp. Like, oh, really? Your estimated replacement value, guys, is $3,500. $3,500. That means you're paying $2,000 less for your piece than the estimated replacement value. Now, something else to mention that's actually very important is this appraisal was done over a year ago. This appraisal was done on November 4th, 2024. Now, what has happened in the last year within the world of jewelry? Gold prices have skyrocketed, you guys. Gold prices have just completely had an uptick. It has been complete madness in the world of gold. I actually experienced this firsthand when we went to Italy and seeing the way Anker was trying to negotiate gold, because we've set a precedent, right, for the type of pricing that we do with our jewelry. And so when you've set a precedent, it's hard to go back and be like, well, actually now our gold pricing is going to be here. So the fact that we still have this priced so much lower than the appraisal, even before gold spiked, if this were to be appraised now, I'm fairly certain it would be appraised much higher, simply because of the value of gold. So that is something to keep in mind, you guys, is your appraisal is a year old. So you can actually get this reappraised when you get it home. See if it appraises for even more. We've had people write in and say, I bought this one piece at this price, I sold it, and I made this much money back instantly. And I'm not saying that's going to happen every time, because of course you have to find the right, person, the right way to go about that. But there are definitely times when you could actually potentially use these as like investment pieces and make money on them. So resellers, you are always welcome to shop with us as well. Sean and I noticed some people coming in last night and getting huge quantities, and we're like, okay, those might be some resellers who are seeing, okay, these are some great deals. I'm going to take that. I'm going to add a little markup and I'm going to sell it in my store or, on my online store. You can do that. We are open to resellers. But also with something like this, just think about collecting it for you. Think about adding it to your own personal jewelry collection. Now we're starting with size 5. We're going to move up from there. Again, half sizes are available. So you can get the exact size to fit your hand, size 5 through 11, with the half sizes up to that 11. All right. This one will be shop 3. When is your Gem Fest? Yeah, so Gem Fest is actually going to be, December 19th will be our final Gem Fest of 2025. That was a good question because I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the show. So Gem Fest will be December 19th, and that is a really fun experience for any of our customers. If you want to come out, you can tour our studio. We have a fashion show. We'll have snacks and beverages. There is actually a little group photo from one of our last Gem Fest. We had all of our lovely ladies right up there on camera, on screen. They had their on-air debut. And it's just such a fun time, you guys. There's little snacks and beverages. You get to interact with many of the hosts. Now, I will not be there this time around, So unfortunately won't be able to hang out with you guys, but I know that majority of the team will be here and able to, say hello, chit chat. It's just a really fun time. And then, of course, there's all these little like workshops. I'm sure Cheryl will do some kind of gym crystal workshop. In the past, we've done a fashion workshop. So there's always fun activities going on. There's also opportunities to shop in person. So we'll have that. And then they do complimentary jewelry cleaning and jewelry repair. You can also, I want to say there's appraisals, and I think they're like $50 for an appraisal. So you can bring your jewelry with you, have it cleaned, have it appraised. There's so many fun things taking place at Gym Fest. So if you want to do a little holiday getaway, right, and head to Texas for a couple of days before the Christmas madness strikes, come on down, y'all. Come on down and join us at Shop LC for our Gym Fest. It's going to be so much fun. Let's see, what is... Isaac said, I'm co-hosting with Marissa at Gym Fest since you will be gone. Isaac, you're co-hosting? Okay, I like the sound of that. I know I will be gone. But you're not coming? You couldn't do that to me, Isaac. You could not come for Gym Fest when I'm not here. That'd be way too sad. And thank you. DJ just put a great reminder behind us as well. We are having our Countdown to Thanksgiving sweepstakes. So actually, we're doing a giveaway every single day. You can enter to win on our website. And today's prize is whoa, an 11-inch iPad Pro plus an Apple Watch. Wow. That's amazing, you guys. So 2 prizes today, and the winners will be announced tomorrow. So it's a very quick turnaround. That's why I love our giveaways so much, because you enter to win today, you find out if you won tomorrow. I've been entering sweepstakes all over. It's the season where there's lots of sweepstakes to enter. I've been entering all kinds of things, but majority of those you won't find out until, after Thanksgiving if you win. So I love that I was our sweepstakes. You enter today, you find out tomorrow. All right, you guys, now let's get into this gorgeous Brazilian Heliodor. Wow. Now, I feel like Heliodor is one of those gemstones that I personally do not get to present to you very often. Given that Heliodor is coming from Brazil, it's one of those gemstones that Tony is very much involved in. So when we get it on the live stream, it's really very special. Now, your Brazilian Heliodor, that is going to be a 12 by 10 millimeter oval. You are getting over 4 carats of Brazilian Heliodor. And they've named this ring the Golden Crown Light. And I think that's such a beautiful name for it because, Brazilian Heliodor is such the perfect essence of gold. It is a gold tone gemstone. And it has this warmth to it, but it also has this light. So it's a sweet balance between warmth and light. And the fact that you can get both of those together is so special. So then surrounding your Brazilian Heliodor, you have gorgeous, genuine earth mined diamonds. Now those are going to be in a baguette cut, a tapered baguette, and you're getting 44 diamonds surrounding that stone. So we're not talking about a few little diamonds, 44 gorgeous earth mined diamonds. Look at that. What an incredible piece. You'll see here, you've got a little bit of a basket styling, so you can actually see the entire gemstone. You can see the point there at the bottom of your gemstone through that basket styling. Isn't that amazing? Oh my gosh, these pieces are so special. I get so excited being able to present these to you guys because they're just truly special pieces. Now, with this one, again, we do have a 5-star rating. So you guys, we're 2 in a row here on pieces with 5-star ratings across the board. And these are ratings from customers just like you, right? Who've spent their hard-earned money on these pieces, and they're taking the time to come in and rate them. Diane H. wrote, "Stunning is all I can say. So happy for this ring. It is so golden and the perfect size stone. Fits beautifully, and I have so many compliments." Yes, okay, Diane. When you're getting compliments, you know you did something right, Lourdes B wrote, "This stone is one of the most beautiful colors and shine I have ever seen before. Topaz is nice, citrine is pretty, but this Heliodor is just gorgeous." Yeah, that's the thing, you guys, right? Is we see topaz, we see citrine, gorgeous gemstones. This would be very comparable to a citrine in color. But there is an essence to Brazilian Heliodor that makes it so special. And that's exactly what I was talking about at the beginning of this item, is how you're getting the mixture of this warmth coming from your Brazilian Heliodor with this essence of light. So it's a combination of warm and light all mixed together, and it just makes for a really, really special piece on the hand. This one will be done in 10 karat yellow gold. So you're going to get your Luxoro card with it, your little collector card. And let's get into our pricing. So your start price is going to be $14.50. After your coupon code, we're bringing you low to $1,087.50. $1,087.50. Now sizes are slightly more limited. We'll be starting on this one at a size 7 and moving up from there. We did have a 6 and a 6.5. Those are currently sold out. We will be going up to size 10. So the previous rings had a little bit larger size range, but this is 10 karat gold. So I would say if you need a different size, we can typically go up to down to, which means a 7 would be able to go down to a 5, a 10 would be able to go up to a 12 or an 11. If you needed this size, given that it's in gold, I would contact the personal shoppers. Let them see if they're able to size it. Sometimes we'll do complimentary ring sizing, or if there might be a slight fee attached to it. Personally, I would rather have it sized before it gets to me, unless there's a jeweler that you know that you're like, they knock it out of the park every time, I trust them. Then you could do it at your at-home jeweler because it is 10 karat gold. So it's going to be easy. You just want to make sure you trust who you bring it to. And there's our personal shopper number, 888-835-2237. Okay. What a beautiful ring, you guys. Let me measure that for y'all real quick before we move on. You were at just under 3/4 of an inch going straight through the middle of that stone. Side to side, you're looking at about 1/2 inch in thickness. So, I mean, overall, just such a prominent, gorgeous piece of jewelry. Take another peek. I'm in love with this ring. And again, like I said, I don't see much Brazilian Heliodor because it's one of those things that Tony really has kind of a lock on our Brazilian Heliodor market, being that he is in Brazil. And so oftentimes these will air on shows with Tony and Jessica or Tony and Marva. And so it's very exciting to see our Brazilian Heliodor right here on the live stream. All right, friends, that will be shop 4. Shop 4 for your Brazilian Heliodor. Now we're going to continue on with another fiery, warm gemstone. We're kind of in the colors of fall right now, right? We had our fire garnet. We had that Brazilian Heliodor. And now we are bringing you mandarin citrine. So mandarin citrine, let's not get it twisted. Mandarin citrine is not a mandarin orange color. Mandarin citrine is fiery. It is vibrant. It is warm. Hello. Like, hello, gorgeous. We told y'all, this show is the big and the bold, or the bold and the beautiful. That is bold and beautiful. So you are looking at your Santa Ana Madeira citrine. That is going to be a 12 millimeter cushion cut. Carat weight on that is 7.16 carats. Okay, 7.16 carats on your Madeira citrine. You then have gorgeous, luxuriant lab-grown diamonds surrounding that stone. And I want you to take note on that image behind me of the way those lab diamonds are positioned. So this is not a traditional halo. We're actually alternating. So you are alternating between rounds and then 2 stacked baguettes. So you'll notice here, we have 4 rounds, 2 stacked baguettes, 1 round, 2 stacked baguettes, and that carries you all the way around your piece. So the ends are covered in your round diamonds. And then as you're on the sides of the ring, right, the sides of that stone, that's where you're alternating between the stacked baguettes and the rounds. So again, when we have that altering on our side stones, on our halo stones, what that does is when they're altering around the stone is it gives you so much more character. right? So much more personality to your piece. So it just makes it for a really special look. And I want to point out to you guys that yes, these are lab grown diamonds. These are not earth mine diamonds, but diamonds are diamonds. And I think y'all are coming to know that shopping with us here at Shop LC. We've all gotten pretty used to lab grown diamonds and the fact that yes, they are the same chemical composition and the same chemical structure. So you are getting essentially a diamond is a diamond, right? Whether it's lab grown, whether it's earth mined. So it's a really great opportunity to get some incredible quality stones for a much lower price point. And the quality on these is amazing, you guys. G to H in color, SI clarity. So these are going to be great quality diamonds surrounding that incredible AAA mandarin citrine. So this one as well will be done in 10 karat yellow gold. So you'll get that Luxoro card, but it is also appraised. It is certified and appraised. So y'all start price today is going to be $14.50. After your coupon code, we'll bring you down to $1087.50. Actually, we're matching up the price with our Brazilian Heliodor. So $1087.50. Your estimated replacement value is $3,600. You're paying less. You're paying $2,500 less than your estimated replacement value. $2,500, yeah, less. Done in 10 karat yellow gold. You've got gorgeous, luxuriant lab diamonds. And again, you guys, that is a 12 by 12 millimeter cushion. So that mandarin citrine is massive on the hand. Absolutely massive. Giving y'all an inch measurement. There's a little over half an inch, between half an inch and 3/4 of an inch, if you were just to look straight through the center of your piece, between half an inch and 3/4 of an inch. These are the colors of fall, you guys. Between this one, the Brazilian Heliodor, and the Fire Garnet, look at these. These are the colors of fall. These are the perfect, I'm going to treat myself Thanksgiving week rings, aren't they? Those are your fall colors right there. Warm, inviting, fiery. Alrighty. This one will be shop 5, okay? Shop 5 for your citrine. Isaac said, I tagged you in a Dutch Bros sweepstakes. Yes, Isaac, I saw it. I entered it. You better believe I entered that one. And thank you for your comment on that Dutch Brothers sweepstakes. It was hilarious. I loved it. That was cool. Y'all, let's hope we're all winners this holiday season. We are all winners, right? Because we're so blessed in life. But let's hope we win some sweepstakes or something crazy. That would just be cool. Okay, I'm going to grab a little sip of water. All right, you guys, we're officially entering into the second hour of our live stream. If y'all have any questions, remember, utilize that comment section. Thank you for interacting and engaging. It's fun getting to chit chat with you guys. So we are about to get into Kunzite. Remember, if you are shopping with us today, do utilize the coupon code LIVE25. That will get you 25% off your order. So on pieces like this, certified and appraised pieces, big pieces done in gold, that means quite a bit of savings, right? That is 1/4 off the price. So that is a huge savings for you. Now, you are also going to get, this is the final day, you've got just a few hours left, our pre-Black Friday golden, silver, or bronze tickets. So depending on how much you spend today, you can get either a $20 coupon, a $35 coupon, or a $150 coupon. And you can use these through the end of December. So, you know, sometimes when you go to certain stores and you get their cash, y'all know what I mean? K-cash. It's like you get it and then you can spend it for like 1 week or 3 days and you don't make it back to the store. And so then you've earned that, but you don't even get to use it because you don't make it back to the store in time. You have an entire month to utilize these coupons. So I will mention the $150 coupon. That is good. You have to spend $500 or more to utilize the $150 coupon. So you can't just spend $150 in like little items and then use that, just cancel out your price. You actually have to spend $500 to use this. And then the 35 off, you will have to spend $100 to use the 35 off. So it would bring you down to what, $65? Yeah. And then you'll have to spend at least $50 to use your $20 off. So unfortunately, you can't just spend like the exact amount. Like, you know, some coupons are more like a gift card. These will be off of a certain amount as well. But still, it's incredible savings, especially when we're this close to the holidays. So we know a lot of you will be doing gift purchasing. So those are going to be really beneficial. And I'd be curious to see okay, so yeah, it's the order amount. So this has to be a $500 order to get the $150 off, not a $500 item. So if you have quite a few things in your cart that you've been waiting on, you could actually use that $150 if it's like $550, you can get your $150 off, okay? So that's still a really great deal, you guys. All right, now we've got Martha Rocha Kunzite. Martha Rocha Kunzite, named after the Brazilian beauty queen, Martha Rocha. She was just idyllic. And this is actually named for her for many reasons. One, she was just considered to be so incredibly beautiful, right? Two, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And so this color tone is kind of reminiscent of that, right? Of the pink kind of breast cancer awareness. So the Martha Rocha Kunzite is one of the most feminine gemstones that we have. It is very soft. Now, Kunzite to me is more of a purple than a pink. I know some will kind of refer to it as a pink gemstone. I consider it more of a purple gemstone. It is set in rose gold. We're going to be having the entire ring done in 10 karat rose gold. So that's really nice because the rose gold it accentuates the pink tones that are in that stone, right? So it really kind of, I mean, there are certain things, you guys, accent stones, metal we use that can really differentiate how a stone shows up, right? How a stone looks on the hand. So your Martha Rocha Kunzite, that is going to be an 8.91 carat pear, over 8.5 carats on that pear-shaped kunzite. It's going to be AAA on the grading. And then you have not only, wait, I gotta make sure I got this right. I did get this right. Okay. Not only white diamonds, but you also have pink diamonds in the setting of this ring. So you got your pink diamonds. Wow. This is incredible. So the pink diamonds are actually going to make up, if you look behind me here, this little framework that you have on the sides. And then you got your white diamonds filling that in. But the little boxed out area, that will be made up of gorgeous pink diamonds. Wow, you guys, the clarity on this kunzite is incredible. Absolutely amazing. Now, I want you to see the undergallery because this is actually the first time I remember to do this. But any of our Luxoro pieces, the undergallery will feature this L, this cursive L. And that's how you know it's part of the Luxoro collection. So that's done, again, in either 10 or 14 karat gold. This one done in your 10 karat rose gold. Look at that pear. Look at how elongated and beautiful that is. And then there's the fact of how clear that stone is. The clarity is incredible. God, that's Martha Rocha Kunzite. Wow. I'm going to measure this one for you. So top to bottom on your pear is 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of an inch on that pear. That is a massive gemstone. Whew. Y'all, nearly 9 carats. I know I said over 8.5, but it's 8.91. So that is almost 9 carats on your Martha Rocha Kunzite. And then you have natural pink and white diamonds. And that is something very important to note as well, because with a lot of pink diamonds, we're seeing less and less of those. And if we do see them, they're extremely expensive. And that is because the Argyle mine in Australia is no longer producing pink diamonds. So pink diamonds are becoming so sought after, so hard to come by. So to be able to feature Martha Rocha kunzite with pink diamonds, that is something to get excited about, you guys. That is a major bonus. And then, of course, you've got the rose gold. So you've got all these very feminine elements working together to complete this ring. And I love it. I love how feminine this is. I love the Martha Rocha kunzite color combined with the rose gold, combined with the pink diamonds. This is what you want in a ring, right? Like, this is the essence of femininity. But yet, just because it's very feminine doesn't mean it's dainty and petite. It's still bold, right? It's still striking. It is a massive pair. Now, the price point that y'all are seeing $17.99. That will not be your price point today. We've actually already clearanced this piece before even applying the coupon code. So your start price today is actually going to be $14.40. After your coupon code, we bring you down to $10.80. $10.80, you guys. And then budget payments will bring you to $216. So you can actually get this home for $216. We will be starting at size 6. Now, there is a 5 and 5.5 that are sold out. I always suggest click on that little black bell. You can input your email address. Ooh, all the end caps are sold out. So then 10.5 through 12 are also sold out. So if you're one of those end cap sizes, either the 5, 5.5, or the 10.5 plus, I suggest click on that little black bell. That allows you to input your email. And then if we happen to get this ring in your size, or if they're able to size it, our team will contact you and let you know, hey, we've got your ring, we've got your dream ring. Now, I'll say that's never happened to me. I think I've only done that twice, but I've, clicked on the little bell. It hasn't come back in stock, unfortunately. Not to say it won't, though. You could be the lucky one. All right. So this will be shop 6. Shop 6 for your Martha Rocha kunzite. I mean, gorgeous pear shape. Now, there is an octagon available on the website. I would just say I'm not sure that the coupon code will apply since we are featuring the pear shape on the show. But if you're interested in the octagon, go check that out. Comment shop 6, and you can choose both your size and your shape right there on the web. And then, of course, remember, you apply your coupon code. That price you see that says clearance price, that is not your final price. You still stack your coupon code on top of that to get the ultimate savings on your pieces today. All right, friends, shop 6 for our Martha Rocha kunzite. Now we're about to get into the gemstone of many colors. I was doing a play on words there, you guys, like the code of many colors. The gemstone of many colors, we are getting into Ethiopian Willow Opal. It is such a special gemstone, you guys. Looking at Ethiopian Willow Opal, like, there's really nothing that I can compare it to. It's just the milkiness, right? That milkiness that you see in an opal. But then you genuinely see the colors of the rainbow coming out of that gemstone. How amazing is that? Now, opals are not going to be a traditionally faceted cut gemstone. They're more of a rounded off. So this is going to be this dome-shaped opal. It's a 14 millimeter round. So we're talking about a big, beautiful opal, AAA in quality. So not only is it big, but it's also a quality opal. You can see this here on my hand. Wow. Y'all, that is a massive opal. I didn't even realize how big it was until I actually saw it in perspective to my finger, and I'm going, whoa, that is finger-to-finger beauty. Like, full on, absolutely gorgeous. Now, this is incorporating earth mine diamonds as well. And this will be the first piece done in 14 karat yellow gold. So that's an important differentiating factor, because when we get into 14 karat yellow gold, we're actually looking at over 50% pure gold. So that's something you want to keep in mind. And, that gold purity, it's going to give you that 14 karat gold is kind of the sweet spot, because you're going to have over 50% pure gold. So you're getting the gold purity, but you do have the additional metal alloys still mixed in. which is going to give you strength and durability. So I always say if you're someone super hard on your jewelry, try to go with 10 karat. But if you want the gold purity, you kind of want the best of both worlds, go with 14 because you get the purity, but you also have enough metal alloys to give you a very durable piece of jewelry. Now that opal, 14 millimeter round, 7.06 carats, so over 7 carats on your opal. You then have additional 19 points of diamonds. Now these diamonds are good in size. Right there next to your opal, you'll see the larger accent stones right on the side. Those are 2.2 millimeter rounds. So those are quite prominent. And then as they make their way around the band, they'll go down to 1.3 millimeter. And those will move. You'll have 5 on each side. So 5 of the petite stones and then that larger diamond right there next to your opal. So you technically have 6 diamonds on each side of that opal. And they're very subtle, right? I mean, the diamonds are subtle because the star of the show, again, is going to be that big, beautiful opal. But just look at the play of color. You've got pinks, you've got reds, you've got green, yellow, orange, all moving through that stone, through this like crystal ball of color and mystique and magic. Opal is one of those gemstones that every time I see an opal, it just kind of I have to like re-register that this is a gemstone that comes from the earth. That this rainbow color display is something that comes from earth. It just doesn't even seem like something that would be real, much less something that comes from Mother Nature. It just leads us to the beauty that God creates. It is all around us, right? The fact that our world can create a gemstone like this is so magical to me, you guys. I have such a soft spot for opals. I really do. I'm looking at it, and I know it's probably not showing through the camera as well, but I'm looking down and I'm just seeing, it's almost like color confetti, right? In that opal. You just see the little squiggles of green, of purple, of blue, of red, of yellow, of orange. It's like someone tossed up confetti, like multicolored confetti, and it's just falling through this dome of opal. Here's the final look, you guys, and then I want to get into the pricing because we do have an appraisal with this one. So really take in the color display that's coming from that opal. All right, so your start price is not $1,900. I know, shocker, right? Because y'all are seeing $1,900 on your screen. We have already discounted this. So it is down to $1,425. Then we apply the coupon code, which brings you down to $1,068. $1,068. So man, we are about $800 less than what we started at today. $1,068. 5 budget payments brings you to $213.75 to get this home. But here's where things get interesting, all right? We were at $1,068. I have an appraisal sitting in front of me for $4,550. All right, $4,550 is your estimated replacement value. And again, this appraisal was done on March 6th, 2024. So this is well over a year old. This is almost 2 years old, right? This is like 4 months away from being a 2-year-old appraisal. What? Think about the price of gold. It has skyrocketed. So this appraisal is really not even indicative of what this ring would be worth. It would be worth even more because you are getting the gold. 14 karat gold, over 50% pure gold. So you could expect that appraisal to actually come out even higher than what we're seeing right here on the appraisal. We're still $3,500 more than what you're going to be paying for this stone or for this ring. and then it could appraise even higher. So when you get it home, take it to a jeweler you trust. Have this reappraised. Or if you're coming to Gem Fest, bring it with you. Have it appraised. See what it appraises for now, because I have a feeling with the prices of gold, it's going to appraise for more. And, I've heard just that right now, to anyone, a lot of people, if you're trying to sell, like maybe you've gotten a divorce, or you're trying to sell your wedding ring, or, you're trying to sell jewelry, right now, jewelers are not even interested in the diamonds. They're not interested in the gemstones. They're interested in the gold. Like, they want the gold. They want the metal. That's what they're interested in when they're purchasing jewelry from you right now. So we're just at a really interesting time in the world of jewelry where gold has just been worth so much, like higher numbers than everything. And I know you might be going, okay, but Lauren, everything is more expensive than ever before. Yeah, but gold, it's been like this crazy spike. So I think it's kind of evened out. It's had some days where it's dipped back, but it's not going back to where it came from, right? Like, this is the new precedent of where gold is going to be, where gold is going to remain price-wise. And if anything, it'll likely only go up over time. But you have to think, you guys, gold has been a commodity. Like, gold has been a source of money, of trading for hundreds of thousands of years. We talk about gold in the Bible. You talk about the Roman Empire, utilizing gold. Like, gold is in the history books as a form of trade, as a form of payment. And gold is still around today, and it's still valuable and worth something today. So when you're purchasing pieces in gold, you have this tangible asset that you can actually own and collect. And as our good friend Aussie Steve says, it's wearable wealth. Wearable wealth. All right, friends, this one will be shop 7. Shop 7 for the only opal of the show, for Ethiopian Wellow Opal. Wow, what a magical piece, you guys. I'm in awe, actually. We've had such a great show so far. And we've got about 40 minutes left. Let's see, how many pieces do we have?
Should have 7 more, I believe.
7 more, okay. Alrighty. Isaac said, what did you say, Isaac? Let me see here. Okay, so we've got about 5 minutes per piece. That should do it. Isaac said, when I find jewelry with my metal detector, I take the gold and throw the diamonds back in the sand. Yeah, right, Isaac. Isaac, have you found anything super cool with your metal detector? We haven't talked about that in a while. You got to let me know if you found something. Pardon my water drinking, y'all. I'm trying to keep my palate very moisturized for optimal healing. Who is she? Talking about her optimal healing over here. All right. We have grandidierite. Now, Sean and I last night, we had a grandidierite men's ring. And we were talking about how grandidierite, there's just really no other gemstone like it when it comes to the color. It's like this minty green, but it's like almost like frothy inside. So it's got this like milkiness to it. It's got like, it's hard to describe. It's not like a kunzite where you see right through that stone. It has this almost like cloudiness in there, but that's what you want in grandidierite. So it has this kind of velvety cloudiness to it. It's absolutely gorgeous, incredible gemstone. This one's going to be AAA grandidierite. So you actually have a really nice graded grandidierite in this piece. And that is going to be, let's see here, a 12 by 10 millimeter oval. So large oval, coming in at 5.26 carats. So over 5 carats on your oval grandidierite. And then you have a double halo where we are utilizing our luxuriant lab diamonds. Okay, so the inner halo, very traditional on the halo. The outer halo is going to give you more of that sunburst styling. So it's going to kind of allow the light to just radiate away and off of your grandidierite. So I love this because, like I said, the grandidiorite has almost this velvety kind of like milkiness to it. It's very warm, but yet cool. I don't know. It's inviting. Inviting is the word. And then it's surrounded by the diamonds. So you have this kind of more like subtle gemstone with the grandidiorite, and then you have this big bang from your diamonds. So you have kind of contrasting looks right there. The subtle, like inviting, cozy feel and look of the grandidiorite, and then the big sparkle power, the big glam factor of those luxuriant lab diamonds. Of course, the quality on those is going to be insane. E to F color, VS in clarity. And this one will be done in 10 karat yellow gold. Look at the size of that on the hand. Look at how incredible that is. Y'all, these really are big, bold pieces. Looking at that, we are at about 3/4 of an inch right through the middle. Just slightly under 3/4 of an inch, going straight through the middle of that piece. Isaac said he's just found beer cans and coins, nothing valuable yet. Hey, coins add up, Isaac. Coins add up. You got to go, I don't know, like what are the best places to take your metal detector? I really think like parks probably after concerts or like by the beach. I don't know, but things get washed out to sea. So I don't even know what the best place to go with your metal detector would be. Sitting the whole show, did you hurt your leg playing rugby again? Yeah, likely story. No, it's a later, like with the evening show, I feel like it's a chiller vibe. So just kind of wanted to be like hanging out, chilling with you guys. So just a little bit more of a chill approach since it is this later evening, this 8 to 10 p.m. show. And traditionally 8 to 10 p.m., you know, it's just a little more of a relaxed kind of time for us here. So we have the diamonds, we have the grandidiorite. Wow. So what do y'all think? Like, what would y'all call this color? Because I kind of call it like a minty teal. And I just really can't compare it to any other gemstone. So I have a hard time like putting a name on that color. Because to me, it's unlike any other gemstone. So I call it a minty teal, kind of like an icy minty teal. So pretty, oh my goodness. All right, you guys, your starting price is $1,900. After that coupon code, we are bringing you down to $1,425. So $1,425 to get home your grandidiorite. And then if you'd like to utilize your budget pay, no interest on that, it'll be $285 utilizing your Shop LC budget pay. So those portioned out payments will get you the $285. And this one is going to be Shop 8. Now, am I going crazy? No, that is yellow gold. Okay, I was like, is this white gold? Sometimes the lighting throws me off. I'm like, whoa. But that is your 10 karat yellow gold. All right, y'all, Shop 8 for our grandidiorite. Oh, that's interesting, Isaac. Said he found old coins, but not valuable old, just like 20 or 30 years. That's so kind of cool. Where have you gone to go look for this stuff? Like, are you going to a park? Where are you going to use your metal detector? I'm curious on where you're going to find, or where you are finding things, or where you're looking more so. Alrighty, you guys. We are getting into aquamarine. So I have called this gemstone the Cinderella gem. And let me know if y'all agree, because when I look at this, to me, it looks like the color of Cinderella's dress, right? The night that she goes to the ball, when the fairy godmother comes in, she transforms her dress. To me, this is the Cinderella color right there. So you've got your premium Mangoro aquamarine. And this is going to include genuine earth mine diamonds. So you'll have both baguettes as well as rounds, and I'll walk you through the structure of those stones in a moment. This is done in 10 karat white gold. So remember a minute ago, I was like, wait, is this in white gold? This is done in 10 karat white gold. So this is actually the first piece of the entire show done in white gold. So if you are someone who, with your pieces, you like that crisp, clean, icy look, this is icy, you guys. When I see white gold, it's almost like it's a little more modern, right? It's very crisp, it's very clean. Where I think yellow gold can sometimes be perceived as a little more classic, right, in the look of yellow gold pieces. So we're calling this the Ocean Whisper. I'm seeing like the Winter Storm Whisper or something. I don't know. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So starting size-wise, we're starting at size 5. So we're going to have this for the petite fingered friends. And we're going up through size 10 with the half sizes in between. Now, if you're over a size 10, we are currently sold out on those larger sizes. I would suggest ring the bell or contact the personal shoppers, right? See if they're able to size this for you. See if they are able to, size you up if you need to, because it's gold. So it's possible. If the personal shoppers can't, you can always go to a local jeweler and they should be able to size this no problem, given the fact that it is 10 karat gold. So your aquamarine, that is going to be a 12 by 10 millimeter oval, 3.62 carats on your oval. And then you have 24 of the round diamonds and 22 of the baguette cut diamonds. Now we're going to talk for a minute about how those are structured, because it's a more unique look than we see oftentimes in different gemstone jewelry. There's that personal shopper number. Thank you, DJ. If you want to call them about sizing, if you are above a size 10, that number is going to be 888-835-2237. Okay, so the structure on this ring is a little bit different. So you have that center stone. You see that right there. That is your 12 by 10 millimeter oval. You then have the baguettes, 10 on each side, and it's almost like this fanning out, not 10, right there here with where the fan is, that is going to be, they say 22 in total, so 9. Yeah, 9. So right here, it's almost like you got this bar of white gold, but it's like this fanning of those baguette cut diamonds. So they kind of fan out from the oval. And then you have what would be a little bit of negative space is filled in with 2 additional baguette cut diamonds. So you'll have rounds on the outer edges of the band and then 2 baguettes kind of moving in what would be like a V shape, like a split band. So it's a really unique design, and it makes it fully diamond, right? Like you are not seeing any spaces that have open space, negative space. It's full diamond coverage on this ring. Love that, you guys, especially when you're looking at something that's so like fairy tale, right? You want the sparkle, you want the glitz, you want the glamour. It's a fairy tale piece. So pretty, you guys. All right, so 4 carats on your aquamarine, over 4 carats actually. 27 points of gorgeous white diamonds. And then the gold, you guys. You're getting 4.52 grams of gold. So we're checking so many boxes, right? We've got earth mine diamonds. We've got a premium Bangoro aquamarine. And we've got over 4 grams of gold. So you're getting so many luxury elements all wrapped into one ring. All of these different luxury elements. So your start price is not $2,000. We've actually already clearanced this $400 off. So you're starting at $1,600. Then we apply the coupon code, and it's actually going to bring you down to $1,200 for a fairy tale piece. This is a fairy tale ring, you guys. It really is. And then you've got 5 budget payments, so you can get this home for $240. To have your own Cinderella ring, your own piece that makes you feel like a princess, feel like you're walking through a fairy tale, floating, gliding through a fairy tale. It is so stunning, you guys. It will come with your Luxoro card, so you're going to have that included to keep in your collection. Again, I suggest, even if you don't get the cards with these, like if you get pieces that aren't Luxoro or whatnot, create your own cards, you guys. Because as you start shopping with us, believe me, in time, you're going to have a collection. And you're going to be like, what was the carat weight on this? Was this 10 or 14 karat gold? You're going to want all those details. All right, friends, this one will be shop 9. All right, shop 9 for our premium Mangoro Aquamarine. Now, you've probably noticed some of these have earth mine diamond accents. Some have lab diamond accents. One accent does not make it better than the other. It's just what we can bring in as far as keeping the price point at our Shop LC pricing. So on some of these gemstones that might be costing us a bit more, they might be a higher carat weight. It might make more sense for us to utilize the lab diamonds for the accent stones, or others we can still maintain our price point while using earth mine diamonds. So those are the factors that the team takes into consideration when designing these pieces and saying, okay, on this one, do we go with earth mined or do we go with lab? That's one of those things that pulls in, is we always want to maintain the Shop LC pricing that you've come to know and that you love, right? That's why you keep coming back to us here at Shop LC. Alrighty, guys, that one was shop 9. That's the only aquamarine of the show. Isaac said local parks by the picnic areas and hiking trails. I want to try the beach one day. I mean, parks for sure, and the picnic areas. Hiking, okay. What other areas could you do, Isaac, that's like high traffic where people could possibly lose things? I'm gonna have to think on this. What about, Isaac, like football stadiums? I guess that's concrete though, so nobody would see it. Or people would see it. I'm trying to think of other places. Okay, now we're getting into morganite. Yep, that's right, morganite. That's right, morganite. I'm going to start rapping and rhyming over here, apparently. So, y'all, morganite, named after J.P. Morgan. And when you think about morganite, you think of a very luxurious gemstone. Isaac, that is such a nice comment. He said, we come back for the hosts. Thank you, Isaac. Well, I'll tell y'all, we come back for you guys. We really do. If it weren't for the fun community here on the live stream, there are days where I'm like, I get in here and I'm like, can I make it through 2 hours of talking? Because sometimes it feels like you're talking to yourself, right? It's like not very high traffic on the live stream sometimes. You get very used to, on the TV side, having a co-host. And so when you bounce back over here and it's a one-man, show, it's like, can seem very daunting and very stressful. And there are definitely times where I'm like, can I do this? And then y'all come in and then we're chatting and it's so much fun. And it gives the live stream life. So Isaac, thank you for that sweet compliment. Now, Maripina morganite, like I said, named after J.P. Morgan. So you instantly think luxury, right? Because J.P. Morgan in banking, a name that you associate with wealth, money, status, all of that could be associated with J.P. Morgan. You are going to have a 10 millimeter round on your Maripina morganite, coming in at 3.31 carats on that central stone. You then have this really gorgeous floral-like display, and that is all done in 10 karat rose gold. So the petals of your flower are actually done in rose gold. You can see those behind me. Every single petal is done in 10 karat rose gold. Very neat design. You do have a split band on this one, so it is going to have that V shape, and that V shape is filled in by gorgeous earth mine diamonds. Those are going to be G to H in color, I2 clarity. And this is a triple A on your morganite. So morganite is just one of those very feminine gemstones, right? Such a feminine presence to it. But Maripina morganite is going to be more of a peachy color tone. So some morganite, we do have pink morganite, and that gives you more of a pink vibrancy. Maripina morganite is going to be more peachy. So very soft. It really, to me, is spot on with rose gold. Like very similar to rose gold. in the color tone. So I think, I mean, if you were to see Mara Pinot Morganite in anything other than rose gold, it almost wouldn't make sense because they're almost a natural match. Like it just makes sense to combine Mara Pinot Morganite and rose gold. Like those two just go together perfectly. So here this is on the hand. Look at that. I am so in love with this ring, you guys. It's so feminine. Like we took a gemstone that already has a color tone that's extremely feminine, and then we add these petals to give you this floral display, this daisy display. And the petals are done in rose gold. Such a special piece. Honestly, I feel like when people see this, they're going to think, oh my goodness, like, did you have that custom made? Did you have that made for your hand? Because it's just so special and so unique. So your start price is not $2,000. We're actually starting you out at $1,200. Y'all, we're getting under $1,000 on this. $900 for Mara Pinot Morganite. Your budget pay is $180. Look at that. Just take that in for a second. Wow. 10 millimeter round. All right, this one will be shop 10. Shop 10 for your Mara Pinot Morganite. Y'all, Miss Pat said, I like the baby pink Morganite. Yes, the pink Morganite's gorgeous. There is definitely a distinct time for that peach Morganite, that Mara Pinot Morganite. But some people do tend to lean either towards the more peachy Morganite or towards the more pink Morganite. So it just comes down to personal preference. Isaac said, I go to work to help my mom pay property taxes and Francesca. Francesca? I don't think I know who Francesca is, Isaac. I might be out of touch. She's engaged?
Well, a friend of mine named Francesca.
Oh, okay. It's a pretty name. All right, you guys, your Morganite is going to be shop 10. Shop 10 for your Morganite. And we have just 4 items left for you. We're going to have the perfect amount of time to round out this show. All right, you guys, I've been trying to do a good job at like timing and like how many minutes I can do on each item. Because y'all know me, I can talk a lot. So I'm like, okay, how many minutes do I have on this? How many minutes do I have on that? All right, now earlier we had our fire garnet, but now we are getting into Mexican cherry fire opal. Look at that. This is like the most ideal red. It is cherry red through and through. This one will feature luxuriant lab-grown diamonds. They're going to be moving down the sides of your band. You've got an inner row of baguettes with 2 outer layers on the edges of rounds, of lab diamond rounds. Now, that cherry fire opal, you guys, is a 12 by 10 millimeter. So we are, again, getting into a big, big stone. Look at how that pops on the hand. So striking. I mean, it literally just radiates off the hand. It's a 2.96 carat stone, 12 by 10 millimeters. And you have 20, over 20 lab diamonds as well. This one will be done in 10 karat yellow gold. And sizes are pretty limited. We have sizes 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now, given that this is done in yellow gold, you can have this sized. Like I said earlier, you can contact our team. You can also have it sized at a local jeweler. So if you have someone that you know and trust, being that it's done in 10 karat gold, they should be able to handle that for you. I would say take it to them when you get it, right? Because you have a 30-day joy guarantee. I actually don't think I've mentioned that to you at all yet today. But with you do have a 30-day joy guarantee. So if it doesn't fit, if it's not, maybe you're trying to match this to a pair of earrings and you get it home and it's not the right shade, no worries. You've got 30 days of easy breezy returns. So that's really nice as well. And then if you want to take it to your jeweler and say, hey, can you size this? Do it within the 30 days. Because if there's some reason that they're like, oh, I don't know the setting, if there's some reason that they can't size it, then at least you know you have the cushion of being able to return it, right? All right, you guys. So we are looking at, like I said, 2 carats 96 on your Mexican cherry fire opal. And y'all, there is something so special about a fire opal. Because, you know, with an opal, you see the flashes of the rainbow. But a fire opal has so much sparkle in it that it's like you see kind of the flickering flame, right? You see just this like play of light within that stone. It's absolutely incredible. Look at that. You can even see it. Sometimes I feel like certain gemstones don't show well. Look at that. Y'all can even see what I mean. The play of light within that stone is amazing. It's got kind of a median profile, so it's not too high profile, but it's not flat to the hand either. So your start price on this one is going to be $2,200. After your coupon code, we're bringing you down to $1,650. All right, so from $2,200 to under $2,000, $1,650. With 5 budget pays, you're looking at $330 to get this home, to try it on, to fall in love. If you need to have it sized, you can do that within that 30-day period, or, you know, make sure you can get it done, or make sure you confirm you can have it done within that 30-day period. But basically, I love the way Steve Cardone explains it. He says, you know, that's budget pay is basically your try-on price, right? You're paying $330 to get it home, try it on, and fall in love in person. Because when you're shopping jewelry, it's a hard decision to make through a live stream or even through a TV presentation. It's a big purchase. It's a substantial amount of money. And so to have that little try-on fee where you can get it home, you can try it on, that makes a really big difference. It gives you comfort. It gives you ease when making your buying decisions. All right, friends, that cherry fire opal ring will be shop 11. You'll comment shop 11 for the fire opal ring. Now we have a matching pendant. That will be next, is our matching pendant. And don't forget, you guys, you have up until midnight to get the golden, silver, or bronze tickets. So make sure you're checking out before midnight to take advantage of those. Isaac, okay, so Francesca is, ooh, a beautiful Italian customer. Okay. She came in last week and I told her, you almost got to avoid me. I got to lunch in 10 minutes. What? I told her, you almost got to avoid me. I go to, oh, okay. She came in and you were like, you almost avoided me. I'm going to lunch in 10 minutes. Got it. Yes, Isaac, I remember you did. You said you did have a car, a cherry red car. And you're going to have that car again one day. I'm believing for that. Okay, so we have the matching pendant right here. It's almost like I'm wearing a black blouse. Isn't it funny how that can look like it's like, okay, I'm wearing a black shirt now. I'm wearing a black turtleneck. And I have this on my neckline. So we have our Mexican cherry fire opal. Now, again, this is going to include the lab diamonds. Those are going to go up the bail. And this is coming with the chain included. So y'all, that's a huge deal that the chain is included. We did not used to do that on our gold pieces. We started doing that per y'all's request. So I actually remember the specific focus group where y'all were like, can you do something where, you know, we can add on a chain, this and that. And then they really do take y'all's suggestions to heart. So next thing I knew, we were actually including gold chains with our gold pendants, which was just unheard of before. So huge, huge advantage to get the chain included with it. Now you're going to get a total carat weight of 2.4 carats on this one. And that is between your 11 by 9 millimeter fire opal. That is going to come out to 2.55 carats, about 2.5 carats on your fire opal. Oh, so the carat weight's even higher. Yeah, it's going to be 2.62 in total, actually. And then you'll have 6 points of diamonds. And those are just moving up the bail. So you have about half the diamonds that we had, a little less than half the diamonds that we had in the ring, because these are just going to be moving up the bail as opposed to being on both sides of your stone. The stone in itself is a little bit smaller also. So this was a 12 by 10 on the ring. This one is an 11 by 9. So slightly smaller, just like kind of downgraded one size on the pendant. And then again, done in 10 karat yellow gold with those diamond additions as well. So start price on this one, and those are going to be your luxuriant lab diamonds. So those are E to F in color VS Clarity. Start price is $1,800. We're going to bring you down to $1,350 with a budget pay of $270. All right. That one will be, I'm sorry, y'all, that is shop 12. If you'd like the corresponding ring, that one's shop 11. I knew it. So, y'all, pretty much everything, unless they've been like a matching ring and pendant, we've had like one of every gemstone, you know? But when we get into luxury gemstones like we've had tonight, there are a few that just, you can't just have one. You got to see a second one in the lineup. And that is what we have right here. We have Maripino Morganite making its way back onto the scene. All right, this is a massive cushion, you guys. This is a 12 by 12 millimeter cushion, 6 carats 49 on your Maripino Morganite. Now, you might be looking, going, wait, what is up with those accent stones? What gemstone is that? What color am I seeing? We have Podparasha Sapphire. Now, we actually saw Podparasha Sapphire on our first two items, right? The Sleeping Beauty Turquoise, where we featured Podparasha Sapphire in the second halo, in the Sunburst halo. Well, for this one, the Podparasha is going to be on the inner halo, right, surrounding your Morganite. Then you have an outer halo of gorgeous Earth Mined white diamonds. And then going down the band, it changes a little bit. So going down the band, you're going to have the outer rows of Podparasha Sapphire, the inner row of gorgeous white diamonds. But your white diamonds, you start right here in the halo. And you actually have a baguette right here. You'll see behind me. Right there, you've got the baguette on the side. That leads you into the band. So from that baguette, you go to 2 tapered baguettes and then downward into your diamond rounds. So there are a lot of stylized details in this ring. Beyond just being a massive ring, there are a lot of well thought out style elements to this piece. Now, another upgrade that we're seeing here is this one is not done in 10 karat gold. This is done in 14 karat yellow gold. So over 50% pure gold. You're still going to have the strength and durability, but you're getting a lot of gold purity as well. So you're checking a lot of boxes here with this ring. Now, start price is going to be pleasant surprise, you guys. We thought the start price would be $4,000. That's what you're seeing. Your start price is actually going to be $3,200. And then after your coupon code, it'll be $2,400. Whoa, y'all, we're already at $1,600 less than what this is showing on your screen. Wow, $2,400. Budget pays of $480. Now remember, this is a massive AAA Maripino Morganite. So it was a premium Maripino Morganite that we had earlier. This is actually a AAA, so it's a grade above. Sizing, we're going to start at size 6 and move upward from there. It does look like the end caps are completely sold out. So the 5, 5.5, the 10.5, and 11, those are sold out. So if you are looking for an end cap size, I would simply suggest that you ring that little bell, click that black bell, put in your email, and if we get your size in, we will let you know. But wow, this whole show has been big, bold, beautiful jewelry. That, however, that is just, it takes over the whole hand. It is so captivating to see this Maripino Morganite to see the magnitude of this piece. Then we've brought in Podparasha. We've brought in diamonds. What a stunning piece. This one will be shop 13, shop 13. Look at that, y'all. Even from a distance. That is beautiful. Oh my goodness. I love that. Wow. And I want to note too though, because as y'all are looking at the screen, the Podparasha, it in the photo, it has more of a pink tint, but I want to let you know the Podparasha is going to be more of a vibrant orange. So I want you to know what you're getting. It's more of a vibrant orange, and y'all can see that here as I'm holding up the stone. Isaac, the show went by fast. It did go by fast tonight. It really did. It was a great show. It went by nice and quick. Kind of sped by us. My favorites, we've had a lot of great stuff, you guys. The Brazilian Heliodor was gorgeous. The Grandidierite was gorgeous. Got some nice stuff. Here's that Brazilian Heliodor. Look at how golden that is. And then we also had the Grandidierite, which was actually a double halo with that as well. Ooh, yes. So pretty. Okay, now we are wrapping it up with the biggest, boldest, craziest carat weight of the entire live stream. Y'all, this is a solitaire Patroki Kunzite, quad A. I'm just going to let y'all guess because we've got, 6 minutes. So, Isaac, Miss Pat, guess how many carats of Patroki Kunzite this is. And don't go to the item. Y'all got to guess. Look at that. What do we think? Write in. Anyone else who's tuning in, write in. Y'all let me know. What's the carat weight on this Patroki Kunzite? We have saved the biggest carat weight for last. Now this one will be set in 10 karat rose gold. We're going to be starting at a size 5 and moving up from there. So petite fingered friends, you can put a big Patroki Kunzite on the hand. Wow. Okay, y'all. Okay, so y'all are going real big. Isaac said 36. Miss Pat said 20. Okay, we're at 16.65. 16.65 carats, you guys. Could you even imagine? I feel like this is such a dream for so many people to own over 16 carats in a solitaire. So not a cluster, not a bracelet where you got a bunch of tiny stones, but one solitaire stone that comes out to be over 16 carats of that gemstone. Just wow. That is amazing, you guys. Take another peek. It almost takes over the finger. I'm going to measure this in inches for you. 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of an inch. It is incredible. Now, you'll see here, it's almost this cage-like design. So you can actually see the entire shape of your Patroki Kunzite. So the entire stone is exposed. You can really see it through that cage-like design in your 10 karat rose gold. Miss Pat said it looks bigger. It does. I mean, it presents massive on the hand. It does have a really nice high profile. So you love a high profile piece. With that cage design, it's also going to allow a lot of light to enter in through the side and then come up through that stone. So it's going to create a really beautiful presence on the hand. All right, so starting price on this is going to be $3,400. But actually, let's take a peek at this review real quick, DJ. Okay, so Ann T wrote 5 stars. I adore it. Yeah, I have a feeling if you get this home, you're going to adore it. That was a good catch, Isaac. You said 36 minus 20 is 16. Yeah, if we did a little math with y'all's guesses, we would be at the correct carat weight. So we're bringing this down, you guys, to $2,550. $2,550 for 16 carats of, whoa, I just realized it's quad A also, you guys. 16 carats of quad A Patroki Kunzite. major right there. And then your 5 budget pays, you'll be at $510 to get this home on your interest-free, credit-free Shop LC budget pay, $510 to get it home. If you've never experienced a 16 karat stone, which I think majority of us would raise our hand and be like, yeah, I've never experienced that. If you've never experienced a 16 karat gemstone, this could be your opportunity right here. Wow, that is amazing. Isaac, have a happy Thanksgiving as well. Thank you for the Thanksgiving wishes. I hope all of you just have an amazing Thanksgiving. Isaac said I'll reach 200 pounds this week. It's going to be a yummy time. Like I was saying at the beginning of the show, I've already made my mashed potatoes. They are all ready. I've also made the sweet potatoes. I just got to add the topping on Wednesday. So I'm like ahead of the game. I've never been this prepared for Thanksgiving. I'm like, let's do it. Let's go. Don't forget, you guys, we do have our countdown to Thanksgiving sweepstakes. You can enter to win on the website. Today, we're giving away 2 items. We have an Apple Watch or an iPad. So, Isaac, have you entered yet? Make sure you go enter, because I know you were looking for an iPad or a computer, or hoping to win an iPad or computer. Today could be the day. Yes, it could. All right, friends, do not forget the coupon code LIVE25, LIVE25, will last for the next 48 hours. After that, it disappears. So make sure you are taking advantage of your coupon code and getting 25% off all of these gorgeous pieces of beautiful, bold jewelry. All right. Yes, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Anyone who is tuning in, I hope you do have a blessed Thanksgiving. Spend time with your family. Enjoy some yummy food. Make the most of whatever situation you're in. Bye, guys. Have a blessed evening. Stay safe.